Alrighty guys, I hope you're doing well today. We are once again here at 5 a.m. right as I wake up. Sleep-deprived Sergeant Jaeger is here to tell you a story, okay? So, give me a thumbs up and a dislike. No, I'm kidding. Because we're on that grind set, okay? But essentially, this Sunday, something pretty funny happened, and I wanted to tell you guys about it. So I live here in Florida, right? Where normally it only rains for like, what, maybe 5 minutes at a time. Just enough to get the ground miserably wet and, look like crap. So what ends up happening on Sunday is that it actually is going to end up raining for multiple hours. So what I do is I get all my stuff ready, I get in my truck, and I go to UWF trails. Okay, they're like some bike trails, and what I want to do is go running in the rain. See, like, I know it's very caveman of me, but like, this is what I do as an Elden Ring gamer, okay? I want to go running in the rain. Uh, Other times I'll go biking, but since I do that a little bit more commonly today, we were gonna do some running, okay? But the thing is that I have quite a couple things that I don't want to get wet, okay? And so what I do is, I put all of these things in my truck. I put my keys, my phone, my wallet, and my shoes, my socks and my shoes in my truck. Okay, so all I have on me are my like gym shorts and a sleeveless shirt. I step out of my truck and I start stretching a little bit and start off towards the trails, and then I'm like, wait a minute, there's not a single person here. It's raining really hard and no one's here. Let me go back to the truck and put my shirt in it. Like, let's just go like complete Tarzan mode and have no shirt on either. I get to my truck, and what do I see? I just locked myself out of my truck. And my keys, my phone, my wallet, and my shoes are all in my goddamn truck. Alright, so... I'm pacing around a little bit, and I'm like, fuck! Did I really just do that, dude? There's no way I just did that. And like the intelligent Elden Ring gamer I am, I'm like, whatever. I'm not gonna let it ruin my time. And so I go running on the fucking trails before ever seeking help. And so I'm like, no, I'm not letting this ruin my time. I'm gonna go run first. And so I go fucking splish splashing, running through the trails for about a good 30 minutes. My calves and the bridge of my feet are still dead. Okay, like I don't run enough to where my body just handles it fine. So I was doing something that was going to make me sore. But anyway, once I'm done with my run, I have a great time, but I am, like, throughout all of this, I'm, like, laughing at myself, both out loud and in my head, because I'm like, wow, I really, oh man, like, dude, this is really, like, something that George R.R. Martin would approve of. Like, this was such a good idea, dude, okay? This is something that Chase the Bro would do. So, anyway, there are, close to the UWF trails, there's all these houses on both the left and the right. But the problem is that none of these are the front door, okay? All of these are like the fence line and the back door of all these different fucking houses. And the thing is that if I even think about trying to get help from somebody by going through their backyard, I'm gonna get shot, okay? Like, simply as, like, I already look like a crackhead, okay? And so, I have to not do that. And I was, like, worrying quite a bit. I was like, dude, I look so stupid right now. But I've been reading Vagabond. I'm on, like, chapter 270 something. And if there's anything that Vagabond has taught me, it's to weaponize autism, okay? Because, like, Matahachi, like the point of Matahachi is like you see things in yourself that you don't like that resemble Matahachi, and he cares a whole lot about his image, right? What other people think about him, and Musashi does not. Musashi will be like acoustic as fuck, in his dream of becoming the best swordsman, just out in the woods doing his thing, and then like doesn't even give a shit when people give him sideways glances. So you know what? I was like, I'm a hit that mewing streak. I'm a walk the 15 minutes it takes to get to somebody's house. Uh, so like I'm on this like fucking walk of shame, right? Between all of the backyards of these different houses. I can only imagine how many people looked at me through their window. But even just the walk to someone's house was really cool because it's like it was raining, but like there was like near the side of the road like these little pastures of like yellow and purple flowers. Uh, there was this moment where in a gutter that was filling up, there was like the sound of a frog like screaming and then cutting off its own scream by plopping in the water, which was really funny. um, because it must have seen me and was like, "Wah!" and just like immediately like hits the water. It's like he cut himself off like one of those fucking like screaming frog videos. It was really funny. But the first house I come across, right? The first house I come across is in today's money a rich person's house unless they've been owning this bitch for years and have just kept it in really good condition. Okay? And so I start my way up the driveway and I hear someone from the sort of like back shed go, "Hey, who are you?" Like, I knew that my presence was going to like I knew it was gonna worry people, right? But I just reasoned with myself like, hey, I did something honestly really stupid, and you know what? I'm just gonna have to like, I'm gonna have to own it. I can't give a shit what people think of me too much. One of the thousands of people that live here will help me out, and let me call my mom. And so I'm like, hey, can you help me? And he's like, what? What do you want? And I'm like, I locked all my shit in my truck, including my phone. Do you mind? I call my mom so she can bring a spare set of keys. And he does this hilarious thing where it's like he starts with his head. He starts turning with his head first before the rest of his body turns to go inside. He's like, "Yeah, I'll go get you a phone." and then on the front porch, him, but mostly I'm guessing his dad, this like 60, 70-year old fucking old guy that like, he's like your made it in life guy, right? He comes out on the porch and he signals me over and he's like, "What do you need?" I'm like, I need to call my mom. I locked all my stuff out of my truck. And he's like, "Where's your truck?" And I'm like, "Over at the UWF trails." Uh, and like while I'm talking to these guys, like I'm still like laughing intermittently because like the level of just dumb this is just too funny to me. But I call my mom, uh, and she says she'll be on her way. And I point at my feet, and because I'm fucking barefoot. I literally look like a Sasquatch. I'm like, I'm sorry that I am. I'm sorry the ridiculous presence I have in front of you guys. And the old guy's like, "Where's your shoes?" And I'm like, "Those are also in my truck." And he's like, "You went running at the UWF trails without shoes on?" And I started laughing again, and I was like, "Yeah, I was." And he was just like, "Okay." And so, I say my thank yous and goodbye and stuff like that. Like, and like on my walk back, like I was just like smiling, you know what I'm saying? Because like I just, like an absolute Sigma male, cosplayed as a crack addict, walked up to this rich person's home and mogged them into giving me their phone for a second so I can call my mom, dude. Like I'm on some real shit right now, okay? Like I'm crazy. But anyway, it starts raining even harder. So like I'm having the time of my life, bro. But around the 14th minute, within about 100 feet of where my truck is parked, I see the black silhouette of somebody walking in my direction. Okay, and before I could really think about turning around or anything, I just had to keep going my direction, right? And I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to get shanked. I'm about to get shanked by the kindest British person on earth, okay? Because that, he's wearing, remember, in the rain, he's wearing a black long sleeve shirt, black shorts. So if it was not raining, he'd already look fucking crazy. He's wearing these fucking Ozzy Osbourne sunglasses. They're like circular, like Harry Potter glasses, but they're sunglasses. And he's got his hair slicked back, like the lead singer of Avenged Sevenfold. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to get stabbed. So like 30 paces away, I do this thing where like I try to look away from somebody, and then like right as we're about to pass, look at him and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Because like I don't want it to be awkward, like say hey, like 20 seconds away from walking past one another. And so what I do is like 30 feet away, I just give a glance. Yeah, it's still that guy. I'm 20 paces away now. I look back, and then it occurs to me, wait a minute. I'm the crazy one looking here. I'm the crazy looking one because I have no fucking shoes on. I'm drenched, and I'm wearing a sleeveless shirt and gym shorts. And then it occurred to me once I had that thought. I was like, we are actually both like on the acousticism spectrum, and like he is the balancer of my acousticism. Like I'm on one side of the seesaw and he's on the other side. He's like the yin to my yang, right? Like we are speaking a language with how fucking stupid our choice of wear is in the middle of nowhere while it is raining. Okay, and so 10 paces away, I give a glance, and I do the thing that you do when like you see like your high school professor in a store where you just give him like a slight nod and like only the first part of a hand wave or like raise a hand or something, and I'm just like, yeah, hey. And like I cannot stop myself from laughing in this situation, okay? I start laughing like as we're passing him, and this is when I realized that the person I'm passing is Chase the Bro, because he goes, right on, dude. Like without ever having like really looked over at me as far as I could tell. The moment I start laughing, he's like, right on, dude. And you know what my response was? Yeah. Oh my god, dude! Like, like I'm glad that there was someone out there that shared my loved interest for looking like a complete madman in the rain, and with only 4 words having ever been exchanged, it's like we understood, right? We understood what the other person was about. We were both on our Sigma grind set, okay, if that's what you want to call it. And yeah, that's what happened, dude. So like um, it made me realize that I need to get out of the house more. Like, I'm like a lot of people, right? Like I work 50 fucking hours a week, and that's not even including like the stuff I do for YouTube or Twitch or for my story that I'm working on. Like I probably spend more so like 60 to 70 hours a week doing shit that you could probably classify as work, like in totality. And I never give myself enough space in the week to do something cool or interesting or fun or stupid. And you know what? Sure, I did something a little bit fucking stupid, but it was really fun and it was really funny. Like, I didn't let it get me down, and it taught me a little something. It taught me two things. It taught me what I just told you, and it taught me that, I don't need to care so much about what I think people are going to think of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just earnestly did something stupid, and there's no reason to try and, like, put on faces to try and, like, make myself feel better about it. But yeah, with that being said, that's the entire story. Uh, Let me know if story time with Jaeger is something that you're wanting in the future. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Peace.